If you're going through a separation, I am so sorry. I've been there myself and it sucks. So, what do you do if she's done and everything you try makes it worse? Good question. And here's where we come in. This is Randy Pryor. If you've read my book, then you know that the SOS reconnection method is simple. S, stop doing things that push her away. O, open up communication so she can feel safe with you again. S, surround yourself with a godly group of wise and experienced men who will go through this season with you and hold you accountable. Now, all of our programs are faith-based, and Christ is at the center and foundation of everything we do. But we're not a ministry in the traditional sense. We're a Christian business with over 14 years of very specific experience, which means we'll be able to help you on a much deeper level. It also means that we are professionals who charge for that. Just keep in mind that paying for counselor after counselor at $125 per visit can add up quickly.
You could go my route and do 13 counselors over 9 years.
Now, if you want something free, like with your pastor, that's fantastic. Pastors and ministries are great. Just be sure they have professional experience or knowledge of relationship counseling. By the way, do you know who pastors call when they have marital issues? They call us. Our clients include pastors, doctors, lawyers, worship leaders, business owners, police officers, firefighters, etc. So if it feels like your marriage is caving in all around you, it may be time to get some expert help. And although we do have some free resources, what we're talking about now with the level of help, support, and community we provide is not free. And here are the reasons why. Number one, when it's free, most husbands don't take it seriously enough. They don't actually do anything. They certainly don't put in the work to change, and they end up in the same spot. And as we know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And number two, we have additional skills, and as already mentioned, over 14 years of specific experience helping separated husbands reconnect with their wives using biblical principles. And number three, our coaching programs are a lot more hands-on and have much more support and accountability than most churches or ministries are equipped to handle. For example, our main 6-month program features an online curriculum with over 25 hours of video, 4 private Zoom meetings per week, and 24/7 access to live help. We walk you through the entire process step by step, every text message, every email, and every interaction with your wife. And that's why we charge money. Knowing that the advice and accountability come from fellow believers is a real blessing.
The reason why I picked this group was just because of that, because it had a great spiritual foundation behind it. Even though that I'm back with my wife, I understand now that even if we wouldn't have reconciled, I would have still been okay.
Our programs start at $39.95 per month. But if even that's out of your budget, financial stability will be the first step for you to get into a better situation with your wife. Financial instability is a major stressor in your marriage. So if $40 is out of your budget, instead of a quick phone call with us, check out Crown Financial Ministries to get started. And of course, if you'd like to find out how we can help you personally, click the button and book a call with one of our reconnection specialists. Remember, God gave us men the logic and the need to fix things. God gave women the need to feel safe and secure all the time. So here's the bad news. Your wife is not coming back to you. And I know that sounds harsh, but she is not, and you know it. She may go forward with you, but she is not going backward. And right now, every time you suggest counseling, therapy, working on the marriage, or even working on yourself, it feels unsafe to her because it represents going backward. So that's why it doesn't work. The initial call with us is about understanding your situation. We're going to talk about what's been going on to understand if it's even solvable. And the only reason it wouldn't be solvable is if you're not open to working on yourself. Here's what we'll need to know. Are you open to the idea that you're unintentionally creating results that you don't want in your life with your wife and others? Are you open to the idea that there are things you learned, probably as a child, that are no longer serving you, that you need to unlearn?
And would you attribute your reconciliation on the things that you were learning?
100%, yes.
Yeah.
Without the things I was learning, there was no way my wife would ever see me again.
It's about learning new behaviors and creating new habits. Everyone is different, but we know it takes about a month to form a new habit. Having the right accountability partners makes it a lot easier for the new behaviors to become habits and become part of who you are, the new you 2.0. Now, we want to know about your specific situation and understand if this is something that one of our programs can solve. And that's what the first call is about. And based on your situation, we're going to recommend some very powerful resources. We have multiple options. Understanding your situation will allow us to better direct you to the right resource for you. So again, are you open to the idea that you might have gotten into some triggered habits that you're not even aware of that caused you to act in a way that isn't creating the results that you want in your relationship? Do you feel that unlearning those things and building new habits to create the results that you do want in your life would be at least one of the most valuable things you could ever do? If so, great, then there is hope for you. When you get involved with the right accountability group, the new upgraded behaviors you'll learn become habits, and that's when she can believe that your change is permanent. And frankly, you can't do this alone. You need accountability.
That's really what the turning point was for me, is when I kind of cracked and made myself vulnerable, and I got so much support from these other guys. And that's what linked up some of these enduring friendships that I have.
Now, I want you to take a moment and think about how many hours a day you're thinking about your separation. What percentage of an effect do you think that has on your life? For me, thinking about my separation consumed about 90% of my life. Would you say that when things are going really well with your relationship, you're making more money? You're having a great time with your kids? You're a better parent? You're a better professional? You're a better personal friend? And when your relationship is not going well, what does that look like? Does that show up in your work? It did mine. And think about this. What are some of the bigger investments that you've made in your life? A house? A car? A family vacation? You take your family to Disney World and it's going to cost you 10 grand, and then the trip is over. And it was a good moment in time, but it didn't affect your whole life. Instead, you could invest some of that money in something that is going to help you create the results that you want in your life, with your partner and otherwise. And the investment in our main program is much less than 10 grand. And if you're like most guys, this separation is actually affecting your entire life, right? So, considering that this is for your whole life, does that seem valuable enough to you to invest less than you would in a trip to Disney World or a new massage chair? If you see the value and you can invest in the most important thing affecting your life, then this is the fastest way to do it. Our 6-month program is where we hold your hand and walk you through each step of the way, every text message, every email, etc. And we'll even prepare you for interactions you have with your wife, including what to say and what to do. And know this, it is possible to reconnect, even if there's been infidelity, even if the two of you are not speaking right now, even if she's seeing someone else, and even if you're already divorced. And if she's looking for a new man for herself, one with whom she can feel safe all the time, why can't that new man be you? It can be. So if you want to take the accelerated path toward reconnecting with your wife, and you'd like to find out how we can help you personally, click the button and book a call with one of our reconnection specialists right now.